Hey, what's up? It's John from System of a Down. Yeah, I've wanted to play drums since I was about 2 years old. As far as that's the earliest memory that I have. And I used to mimic drummers. My dad played in a band. He played saxophone, so I would just mimic his drummer whenever me and my mom went to see him play. She would take me when I was a little kid. And then I asked for a drum set from the age of 4 for Christmas or my birthday, every one, until I was 15 when I finally got one. That's when I started playing drums. My main influences were, like John Bonham was a huge influence. Keith Moon, to this day, is probably the biggest influence on my drumming. Maynard Ferguson had a drummer on an album called Carnival, which you probably won't be able to find because I don't think it's released on CD. I don't know his name because it was my dad's album, and on the back it was scratched out for some reason, so I never even found out his name, but he's one of my biggest influences also. Keith Moon, John Bonham, Neil Peart was a huge influence, obviously, being a big Rush fan growing up. And then through the years, I started listening to bands like Slayer, The Police, and other, very drum-oriented and influential drumming bands. The way I got into System is it's a long story, but I'll just summarize it for you. Basically, we had known each other because we were rehearsing in the same studios. And, at one point or another, each member of the band approached me to join the band. I was in another one. Things didn't work out with their drummer. I ended up getting in the band. That's the short version. Some people are into our band because it goes to places that, other bands don't necessarily go. Time signatures, rhythms. And a lot of that comes mainly because we listen to so many different kinds of music, and we've absorbed so much that it is relayed in our music. It's not always easy to come up with material for it, but it does make it an enjoyable challenge, being in System of a Down. It was a great experience recording the last albums. I feel like as we make more and more albums, we're more comfortable in the studio, and of course, I believe we're growing musically, and I really look forward to the next albums. I'm fortunate enough to have my own stick line with Vic Firth, and it really took us a long time to figure out what vibe we wanted to go with the stick, what weight, the length of the stick, the way the tip is. And in my opinion, we formulated the best stick that I've ever played, and I'm not just saying that because it's mine, but I really did try to focus on the smaller elements, as opposed to just the way it looks or, the way it feels in your hand. It also incorporates the way it feels when you hit a head, and if you're interested in the stick and you enjoy it, I hope it works for you. Well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you for tuning into this, and hope to see you on tour soon.